Hi, friends. Today's math lesson is going to be our first lesson in chapter 7, which is all about money and time. So in this video, I'm going to go through lesson 7.1, teaching you about money, and it's all about pennies, nickels, and dimes. Throughout this video, I'm going to show you a PowerPoint that teaches you all about these coins, these pennies, nickels, and dimes. And in the video, I might ask you to pause at certain points and try an activity or try doing something, and then play the video again to check your work and then continue going through the PowerPoint. So when I say pause, just hit pause, do the activity. When you're done, press play, check your work, and then keep going through the video. All right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see this wonderful PowerPoint I created to help us learn all about pennies, nickels, and dimes, which are the first 3 coins that we're going to learn about. So here we go. What is money? Money is coins and paper bills that people earn for doing work. So if you look at this picture, this is a dollar bill right here. It's made out of paper, so it's called a bill. And then these are all coins that people earn for doing work. People use money to buy things that they need or want in order to survive. So it's really important to learn how to use money so that people don't take too much money or we don't give away too much money and we keep our money safe. Dollars versus cents. So paper money is called dollars. And to show the value of dollars, you have to use the dollar sign, which is an S with 2 lines inside. If you look up at the corner, the left corner, you can see an example of what dollars or bills look like. Cents is coin money. Coin money is called cents. And if you look up here, you could see what cents look like. To show the value of cents, you have to use the cent sign, which is a C with a line inside of it, or a line going down it. Let's meet our first coin, the penny. Here's the penny. There are 3 ways that a penny can look, because each coin has 2 sides, a head side and a tail side. The head side is always a side that has a head on it. And the tail side is the other side. It might have a picture of a building on it. It might have a picture of a shield or plants or a bird. The other side, the tail side has a picture on it. Here are the 3 different ways that a penny can look. This is the tail side, the head side, and another version of the tail side. At this time, I want you to notice what details and designs are on the front and back of the penny. Look really closely at the buildings and the person or the head and the designs and really memorize what the penny looks like. Pause the video now and take 2 or 3 minutes to really study the front and back of each side of the penny. Go. All right, so I hope you noticed that on this side of the penny, there's a building that has lots of columns up and down it, and there's also stairs, and it says 1 cent. On this tail side of the penny, there's a shield, and it has a banner that says 1 cent going across it. In this head side of the penny, there is a person, that's Abraham Lincoln, and he has short hair and a beard, and you can see his shoulders and his chest a little bit, and it looks like he's wearing like a suit with a bow tie. So all of these details help us remember and know when we see a penny. Now, what is a penny worth? A penny is worth 1 cent. That means that each penny gives you a value of 1 cent to spend on things. So when we count pennies, we have to count by ones. Let's count these 3 pennies together to find the total value of these 3 pennies. Again, since pennies are worth 1 cent, we're going to count by ones. Count with me. Here we go. 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents. You have to say cents when you're counting so that we know you're talking about money and not bananas or cats or flowers in the garden. So when you say 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, it tells everyone that you're talking about money. Let's meet our next coin, the nickel. Here is what a nickel looks like. These are the different fronts and backs or heads and tails sides of a nickel. just like we did for the penny, I want you to really examine each one of these pictures, each one of these sides of this nickel, and notice the designs and details that you see to really memorize and learn what a nickel looks like. So go ahead, pause the video and study the nickels. All right, friends, let's talk about what we noticed on these sides of the nickels. So this is the tail side, and we see a building on this side, but the building looks different. The building has a round dome on top, and it looks like it has a lot of windows going all across the front. And it has a word, Monticello, going across the bottom of it. And it also says 5 cents. So we know that it gives us a clue that a nickel is worth 5 cents. This version of the heads nickel has a face on it that's facing towards us. It has short hair, it's wearing, it has a high collar, and it looks like it has some ruffles in its collar, and it says Liberty in cursive handwriting here. This version of the head side of the nickel also has a head, except it's facing sideways. It also has long hair and a bow in its hair, and it has a collar that comes all the way up to his neck. Okay, so now we know exactly what a nickel looks like, and hopefully we'll be able to recognize it whenever we see a nickel. A value of nickels. So nickels are worth 5 cents. So when you're counting nickels, it's important that we count by fives. So let's see if we can count by fives to find the value of these 3 nickels. Here we go. Count with me. 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents. Again, remember to say the word cents when you're counting money, and also to draw the cent sign if you're writing this down on paper, because otherwise we won't know that you're talking about money. Our last coin that we're going to meet today is the dime. And this is the heads and tails of a dime. These are the only way a dime can look. There's only 2 ways that a dime can look. So just like we did for the nickel and the penny, go ahead and pause the video and study all the details of the dime. Notice all the details of the pictures that are on the heads and the tail side of the dime. Pause now and study. All right, friends, let's see what we noticed about the heads and tails of a dime. So this is the tail side of the dime, and I noticed that there are 2 branches with leaves on it, and in the middle there's a torch with fire. And it says 1 dime underneath. So that definitely gives it away that this is a dime because it says dime on it, right? Then the head side has a head, but the head has really short hair and it has only a neck. It doesn't have shoulders or collars or any, rest of the body. It's kind of just like a floating head by itself on the dime, okay? So let's see what the value of a dime is. Dimes are worth 10 cents. That means that when we count dimes, we have to count by tens. Let's count these dimes to see what the value of 2 dimes would be. Remember, we have to count by tens. Here we go. 10 cents, 20 cents. So the value of these 2 dimes is 20 cents. Let's sort some coins. So you're going to look really closely at the fronts or backs of each coin that is pictured here on this screen and try to remember what it is. Is it a penny? Is it a nickel? Or is it a dime? When you pause the video, point to each coin and name what you think it is. Then play the video to check your answers. Go ahead, pause and sort the coins now. All right, let's see what you got. So this first coin is a penny. Next we have a dime. Then a nickel. Then another penny. Another penny. What is this? Nickel, you're right. Then we have a dime. Another dime. A nickel facing front head. A penny, another nickel, and last we have a dime. So I want you to just notice here quickly before we move on that pennies can look 2 different ways, and nickels can look 3 different ways, and dimes can look 2 different ways. So it's really, really important to make sure you know the details and designs of each side of a coin so you don't get confused between nickels and dimes because they're both silver. Pennies are easy because they're bronze. They're made out of copper. So it's easy to know a penny because it looks different from all the other coins. But nickels and dimes and the rest of the coins that we're going to learn, they're always silver. So sometimes it's really easy to mix them up. But if you know what the front and back side of each coin looks like, you won't have any problem at all. Now, how do we count a set of coins to find its value, right? If you have a bunch of coins like this, and you want to know how much that's worth, you have to be able to count the coins. And in order to count the coins, we have to be able to do it correctly to get the right value. So we already know that coins can have a value of 1 cent if it's a penny, 5 cents if it's a nickel, or 10 cents if it's a dime. So that means we have to skip count by ones, fives, or tens to find the total value. The way to find the value of a total set of coins is by skip counting. Let's practice skip counting. So we're going to start at 5 and count by ones. Go ahead, pause the video, start at 5 and count by ones, and then play the video to see if you got it correct. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great job. Let's try another one. This time, pause the video, start at 20, and count by tens. Go. All right, let's see what you got. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Very nice. All right, let's do another one. All right, start at 15 and count by fives. So this might be a little bit tricky, but you can do this. Start at 15 and count by fives. Pause and go. All right, let's see what you got. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Very nice. Let's try one last one. It's a challenge. It's a little tricky. Let's see if you can do it. This time, you're going to start at 15 and count by tens. Okay? Think about this. Remember, when we're counting by tens, that only the tens place is going to change. The ones place will stay exactly the same. So go ahead, pause the video, start at 15, and count by tens. Go. All right, let's see what you got. 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. Very nice. Now, let's use all that skip counting practice that we just did to find the value of a set of coins. So here I have 6 coins. And if you notice, I've kind of arranged them and organized them in a way that makes it really easy to skip count. So the way I organized them is I put the coins that are worth the most money, like the dimes, first. I put all the dimes first. Then the coin that's worth the next greatest value, I put next. So I put all the nickels next because nickels are worth 5 cents and that's the next biggest value. And then I put the penny last because that's worth the least amount of money. It's only worth 1 cent. So when you're counting the value of a set of coins, you want to make sure you organize the coins from greatest coin value to least coin value. All right, now we're ready to count. So I noticed that the first 2 coins are the same coin. They're the front and back of a dime. So we have to start by counting by tens. Let's do that. Ready, set, go. 10 cents, 20 cents. Now, I can't keep counting by tens anymore because I don't have any more dimes. I have to be on the lookout for when the coin changes. And it looks like the coin just changed from a dime to a nickel. And then I looked at the next few coins. I noticed that there's a few more nickels. There's actually 3 nickels altogether. So now I know that a nickel is worth 5 cents. So I have to count by fives. But I already have 20 cents. So I have to start at 20 and then count by fives. So watch what I do. 20 cents, then 25 cents, 30 cents, 35 cents. Awesome. Now I'm noticing that the coin changed again. I don't have any more nickels, so I can't keep counting by fives. But I know that so far I have 35 cents. All these coins together equal 35 cents. So now I have to switch to counting by ones because a penny is worth 1 cent. So I have to count by ones, starting at 35, because that's how much money I have so far. So here we go, 35 cents, 36 cents. So the total value of this set of coins is 36 cents. Very nice. Let's try another one together. Let's find the value of this set of coins. Again, I've arranged and organized my coins from the coin that's worth the greatest value to the coin that's worth the least value. So I put all my dimes first, then my nickels, then my pennies. Now I'm ready to count. I look at the first few coins and I notice that only the first coin is a dime. So I only have one dime. That means I have to count by tens one time. So here we go, 10 cents. So far we have 10 cents. Now I notice that the next three coins are all the same and they're all nickels. So now, since I already have 10 cents, I have to start at 10 cents and count by fives because nickels are worth 5 cents. So here I go, 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, 25 cents. Very nice. Now I notice that the coin changed again. The next two coins are exactly the same and they are pennies. So now I know I already have 25 cents and I know that pennies are worth 1 cent. So I have to count by ones now, starting at 25. So 25 cents, 26 cents, 27 cents. So the total value of this set of coins is 27 cents. Now, if you're ready to try one on your own, go ahead and pause the video and see if you can skip count to count the total value of these coins. Notice there are no pennies this time. So go ahead, pause the video and see if you can try skip counting these coins and then we'll check our work. Pause now. All right, let's see what we got. So I noticed that the first three coins are the same. They're all dimes. So we count by tens. Here we go. 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. Then I noticed that the coin changed, and it changed 3 times to a nickel. So the next 3 coins are all nickels. So now I have to start at 30 and count by fives. Here we go. 35, 40, 45. So the total value of this set of coins is 45 cents. Very nice. Now, when you're at home practicing money, you can use real coins to count sets of coins. Just make sure that you arrange the coins in order from greatest valued coin to the least valued coins before you start skip counting to find the value. You can also draw coins on paper if you don't have coins at home to use. So to draw a penny, just make a circle with a capital P inside. To draw a nickel, make a circle with a capital N inside. And to draw a dime, draw a circle with a capital D inside. That way you can draw a bunch of coins, order them from greatest to least, and then underneath you can count the value just like we did in this PowerPoint. Let's just review all the coins we've learned before we end our lesson for today. Let me move myself up there. So the first coin that we learned about was a penny. And a penny is worth 1 cent. It can look all these 3 different ways. And since a penny is 1 cent, we count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. The second coin we learned was a nickel. This is the 3 ways that you may see a nickel. Nickels are worth 5 cents, so we count by fives when we're counting nickels. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and so on. The last coin we learned today was a dime, and dimes are worth 10 cents. These are the 2 ways that dimes can look, and because they're worth 10 cents, we count them by tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and so on. So great job today, boys and girls. Work hard at learning this money, and I'll see you soon. Bye.